Golden State Warriors fans, how we doing? Dub Nation, how are we feeling? Today is the day. Today is the day that the NBA playoffs start for our Golden State Warriors, and it starts 7-game series against the Houston Rockets at Houston. Here are some of the Warriors' keys to victory pretty much in the whole series. We're going to break it down. We'll probably break it down game to game, but these are the Warriors' keys to victory before game one. The Warriors, this is probably the biggest one. The Warriors have to limit their turnovers. The Golden State Warriors must limit their turnovers. They have to take care of the ball. Houston thrive off of getting easy buckets. They thrive off of getting easy buckets off of turnovers and just boom. They turn the ball over and they are off to the races and they are athletic, right? Thompson, Tari, Eason, Whitmore, Jalen Green. They have horses, and if they steal it, they're off. The Warriors have to respect the ball. They can't have any of those nasty turnovers. And I think that maybe Jimmy Butler, this is when Jimmy Butler comes into the conversation. Jimmy Butler is very good at taking care of the ball, and I'm hoping that he can facilitate a little bit more in this playoff run. It'll take the pressure off of both Draymond and Steph if Jimmy Butler can successfully handle and distribute the ball. But what we can't see is the Warriors, even some of their younger players, like getting stuck with the ball like Post and just sort of panicking and turning it over, like Post or Moody, or like the Warriors have to be decisive with their actions, decisive with their movements, and they just have to take care of the ball. Bounce passes are good. Faking the pass before making the pass is good as well. So all of those small things are really going to add up. As well, when we're talking about not turning over the ball, the Warriors are also going to have to fight through what is one of the most physical defenses easily in the NBA. I'm telling y'all, even Jalen Green, but Whitmore, Eason, Dillon Brooks, these guys, Thompson specifically, they are dogged defenders. Even Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet gave the Dubs. He's given the Dubs troubles for the last 5 to 10 years, right? Since his Toronto days when he sort of stole one from the Warriors. So the Warriors have to fight through not getting the call. They have to fight through the contact, and they have to make the easy play and hopefully hit singles. When we're talking about, what's a single? When we're talking about like Brandon Pajensky, not a single would be like a step back 3-point attempt with somebody in his face. An easy single would be asking for a screen for Kevon Looney if Pajensky has the ball at the top of the key. Using that screen, go right to mid-range, right to about the free throw line, shooting a nice, easy jumper. Done and done. He's very high percentage, very good looks, but that's just an example of the easy plays, of the singles, right? Not the home run hits that the Warriors need to make on a consistent basis. The Warriors must respect Houston. I follow just the Twitter sphere right now, just the whole media. I think the Warriors are favorites in the series, and I think that the Warriors at their best, at their peak, dude, they got Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy Butler on the freaking team. Yes, I absolutely believe that they should, and I really hope that they will win, right? I believe that they will, but I think that there's a lot of disrespect on Houston's name right now, and I think that could come back to bite the Warriors, specifically because it's going to fuel their defensive effort, which is that's the engine of this Houston Rockets team, is their defensive effort, their ability to get easy buckets in the transition, whether they be 2 or 3s, off of turnovers. Here's an example too. In games past, the Warriors have let Dillon Brooks just shoot that open 3-pointer. Just been like, yeah, you know what? We're going to give you that 3-pointer, Dillon Brooks. We're going to give it to you. You make it or break. Listen to me. Don't do that on their team. Okay, would Dillon Brooks be the best 3-pointer shooter on the Warriors? No. Would he be top 3? I don't think so. That doesn't matter. He's their best 3-point shooter. You must respect their best 3-point shooter, right? I'm not even kidding. Like, I think I just hope that the Warriors haven't gotten too pretentious. It's like if Dillon Brooks gets the ball on the perimeter, you must put pressure on the ball. He is a good 3-point shooter. I think he's like almost 38%. from the three. You can't give a dude like that open three-pointers. The Warriors have been doing that in the past. I hope that they can rectify that. And this is why as well. It's like, how about Jabari Smith? I believe that Jabari Smith is like a 35% three-point shooter. You can't treat him like that. He's one of their better shooters. He has confidence in shooting the ball. Like, you have to. So this is what I'm saying is by respecting Jabari Smith, Dillon Brooks, by the Warriors respecting them, the Houston Rockets on offense, the Warriors will be able to hopefully put the Houston Rockets sort of in their place offensively. It's like, got it. So Dillon Brooks is a 38% three-point shooter. I'm going to hold him to that or less, right? It's like, but you can't have guys like Dillon Brooks all of a sudden shooting 45, 50% from three. Guys like Jabari Smith all of a sudden being even somewhat three-point. Guys like Jalen Green, who's not the best three-point shooter. But these guys shooting wide open three-pointers, they will make them. The Warriors must respect Houston. The way that you show respect, the way that the Warriors show their respect for Houston is by taking absolutely no prisoners on defense. The Warriors need to shackle on defense, right? Eason Thompson averages like, he's a good two-point shooter, not a great three-point shooter. Force him into bad three-point shots, not even open three-point shots, into bad three-point shots. Warriors dictate the pace on defense. I think that a lot of this will be a battle of whose defense can dictate the pace of the game. Will the Warriors be able to play defense without fouling? It's going to be difficult, especially with the likes of Petritis and Ben Taylor reffing. Holy, I mean, what happened? If Petritis and Ben Taylor are here, who's like guarding hell? I'm just kidding, but it was sort of a joke. I mean, it's a joke, but it's like, anyways, it's fine. On Easter too, it's whatever. Earth Day, we're having fun. 420, it's good. We're doing good. So the Warriors have to respect Houston. If they do not respect Houston, Houston will make the open shots. They'll take the open shots, they'll make the open shots, and things will just start to run downhill, and they'll go downhill fast for the Warriors. Defend without fouling. I've said that. And through the rebound. Tari, Eason, Steven Adams, Jabari Smith, Eason Thompson, they can rebound. They are feisty on the offensive rebounding end. If the Warriors give Houston second chance, I think that Houston can stay in this series easily and win the series. Take it by playing dynamic defense and creating turnovers, and also by creating second chances on offense. So say the Warriors are like, so if the Warriors don't defend through the rebound, they're going to be so susceptible to this series. And this is why. It's like, shoot, okay, you give up, you're the Warriors on defense. You give up a slightly contested Dillon Brooks three-pointer. That's pretty good. It's good to contest Dillon Brooks three. Okay, now the offensive rebound though, Eason Thompson kicks it back out to Dillon Brooks. Nice. He's their best three-point shooter, and he now is just in one possession or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And one trip down, he's had two chances at decent looks. The Warriors are going to lose. That's going to add up on the Warriors, and it'll bite them in the end. Challenge Houston shot blockers. I wholeheartedly believe that the Warriors need to challenge the bucket. I think that there's going to be a lot of space created by Steph's perimeter play, and I think that the Warriors have to take advantage of that at the rim. Tell me, who are the Houston Rockets' absolutely dynamic diaper dandy shot blockers? Eason Thompson? I think Thompson leads their team. No, they don't have those big guys who are dynamic rim defenders. They have big guys. Steven Adams, is he also a dynamic rim defender? No, he isn't. So I think that the Warriors need to challenge Houston shot blockers. Have those direct goes at the hoop. And this is why. There's a few reasons. I think that this is just, I think that generally if the Warriors challenge the rim, it will mean that they are generally aggressive on offense. Can we agree? Can we agree that if the Warriors are slicing to the rim and having shots at the basket, right, direct shots, that they are putting effort into getting to the rim? Right? Stop. I think that just that effort alone and not letting Houston's defense off the hook will win the Warriors this game. So it's like, I think that the Warriors don't have to take and make a billion shots at the rim. I think that they have to take a lot of shots at the rim, and that will be indicative of an aggressive offense. And an aggressive Warriors offense is indicative of a team that hasn't been beat down by not getting foul calls and whatnot. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of Steph not getting the foul calls, Pajinski not getting the foul calls, everybody, Kuminga, everybody's hands are in the air. And because of that, they adjust to the ref's game and they no longer go to the hoop. Because now the Warriors are no longer a threat at the hoop. Now Houston will seek and destroy. They will destroy the Warriors' perimeter if the Warriors are not deadly around the hoop. Remember that I said that. Bookmark that. Moving on. The Warriors must take the right shots on offense. By the way, did I tell you this? I think that the rim can be exploited by the likes of Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, GP2, Draymond Green, which Draymond Green needs to have attempts at the hoop, and also Jonathan Kuminga. Come on, JK. Warriors, Dub Nation's behind you. You just need to be behind you, buddy. You got this, Jonathan Kuminga, man. Jonathan Kuminga has a great mid-range game, and also he can get to the hoop. Got to use it. The Warriors are going to need it, I believe. The Warriors must take the right shots on offense. Here's just a quick example. Quentin Post has a wide open three. Quentin Post is a great shooter, and he's a good shooter from distance. He needs to exchange, make that shot. Next situation, Draymond Green has a wide open three with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Do not shoot that ball. See if there's something better. Draymond Green is a good three-point shooter this season. He's not a great three-point shooter. Other players, Post, Steph, Buddy Hield, they are better than Draymond Green at shooting the long ball. Moses Moody, right? They're better. They got a better, okay, stop. If Draymond Green has an open three, see if there's something better. If there's time on the shot clock. This is why, and this is why. That wide open Draymond Green three-pointer will always be there. I'm going to say that one more time. The wide open Draymond Green three-pointer is always going to be there. If freaking Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga, to an extent, are taking, even if they're taking and making a bunch of, you don't want them shooting volume threes. And this is why. If Kuminga and Draymond Green are shooting volume threes, it means that invariably, if they're taking the volume threes, that other Warriors are not getting those shots. Those shots, outside threes, need to be allocated to the best shooters. This is the playoffs. Everything's on the line. The fate of the modern world and society. This is it. Catalina freaking wine mixer. Let's go. Post, good shooter. Shoot that, right? Like, Kayvon Looney from outside, don't shoot it. Get a better shot. The Warriors need to understand that if Draymond and Kuminga get to it, they're just letting the defense off the hook. They're letting Houston's defense off the hook if they are not aggressive and if they settle for the three-pointers. It's what they, okay, Houston wants Draymond Green to shoot it from on the arc. Why would he want to do it then? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't just want to funnel exactly into the opponent's game plan. Warriors need to move on offense, and space is their friend. Houston's goal is partly going to comprise of taking away the Warriors' space on the perimeter, right? If you take away that space, how is Steph going to operate? And honestly, if you take away his space on the outside and just foul him, and you're not going, and like you know that Ben Taylor and Petrides aren't going to call it, then it's a win on Houston's part. But the Warriors need to move and move without the ball. If they successful, so Houston has been able to do that. I mean, like the Houston Rockets defense, they were able to stunt Stephen Curry's movement to a drastic effect, to 3 points the last time they played. I for one, actually don't care about the context. The Warriors were on a long series of games on the. I don't care. I saw that Steph was bottled up by Eamon Thompson. I don't like that. Okay? Houston doesn't have a whole lot of shot blockers, though. The Warriors, because they have had success taking away Steph's space on the outside, it means that invariably, again, there will be other space. The space will be probably in the middle and also underneath the basket. The Warriors have to get those easy buckets. They have to hit the singles. If we see in the Warriors offense a lot of tic-tac-toes around the basket, the Warriors are going to win. They'll win. If we don't, though, if we see a lot of And with the shot clock going down, with the shot clock with 8 seconds, the shot clock with 5 seconds, and Quentin Post has the ball, not knowing, and Moses Moody has the ball, indecisive, not good. That's not a good look. Not a good look. The Warriors need to limit Houston's guard penetration. Houston has an underrated offense, in my opinion, because they know what they're good at, and they're really good at driving and dishing. The Warriors have to limit the guard penetration of Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet, and Amen Thompson. And that's going to be incredibly hard. VanVleet is a pro at sort of just dicing up the Warriors offense. He's hard to take off the ball, right? Like when he has the ball, it's tough to steal it. It's tough to get him to get rid of it, to even pull up his dribble. So the Warriors have to, though. Their defense has to be really stout at the point of attack. And we saw yesterday that that is where a team for example, if you saw yesterday's game, right, the Lakers versus the T-Wolves, that's where they the Lakers couldn't guard anybody off the dribble. The Warriors have to be able to do that. They have to be able to do that. And don't just... So if you're the Warriors and you see the Warriors actually guarding and all of them swarming and guarding, that's what we want. If you see the Warriors taking the easy road out and giving Amen Thompson a little bit of space and whatnot, that's not necessarily what the Warriors want. He'll take that space. He'll take the space and then make a play. Dude, the Warriors need to impose their will on defense. And just because Houston are big, fast, young, and athletic doesn't mean that they're this crazy good offensive team. I think that the Warriors can sort of chip at Houston's mentality through their defense, through the Warriors' defense. Again, if the Warriors fight fire with fire and just are going to go toe-to-toe with a younger athletic team, it's not the way to go about it. Misdirection, gamesmanship, that's the way that I think that the Warriors are going to win, right? So it's if the Warriors think that they're just going to like Steph can go one-on-one against Amen Thompson every time and just cook him or something like that because it's the playoffs, okay, got it. That's not going to work. That's fighting fire with fire. I think that the Warriors, this is what an example is if we look at Steph and him faking, going to get the ball. Say Draymond has the ball and Steph flashes to go get the ball, boom, and then makes a cut towards the basket, gets an easy one off of an over-aggressive Amen Thompson who's guarding, you know what I'm saying, an over-aggressive Amen Thompson trying to deny Steph the ball. Boom, cut backdoor. I would like to see a lot of backdoor cuts for the Warriors, and it will be indicative. Good things will happen, and remember this as well. Good things will happen if the Warriors are able to successfully use the baseline on offense. The baseline is the line right underneath the basket that runs all the way underneath. If the Warriors, Kuminga, Moody, GP2, if those guys can run those baseline routes, get easy dunks, get easy tic-tac-toe points, that's going to open up everything for the Warriors. They're going to win. They'll do really well. What is my prediction? My prediction for this series, okay, here's what I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think that the Golden State Warriors win this in 6 games. However, I could see it going 7 games. But I think that the Warriors win this series. By the way, I don't think I've ever bet against the Warriors against this series. This is C-Train Station. I mean, I'm a Warriors fan. I'm picking the Warriors in 6 games, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went 7. And here's what I'll tell you too, though. If it goes 7 games, it's going to be very hard for the Warriors to do anything else in this playoffs because of the battle of attrition that eventually kicks in, right, deeper into the playoffs. One more thing, and I have to say this. This stinks to say, I have to say it because we're looking around the league and all that good stuff. Look, the Warriors have always said, okay, I'm just going to put this bottom line right now, is eyes towards the horizon and stuff like that. First of all, I want the Warriors to win it all this year. The Warriors can win it all this season. And if the Warriors win it all this season, just double down, run it back, because we're good to go. However, eyes are always sort of open. The tentacles are open all around the league, right? I have to say this. The Warriors, it is a fact that the Warriors have waited year after year after year after year for Giannis to become available. The Bucks didn't look good their first game, but who knows, yada, yada, yada. But if the Bucks go out early, this would be the time and probably the only time that the Warriors could seriously get Giannis and Steph on a timeline together, would be this offseason. And this is the offseason. Giannis has already sent feelers out there. He's already said, if things aren't going great, I might, who knows, I might ask out. He said that. Google it or whatever, okay? So look, I get it. C-Train, why are you doing this? Because when the second best player has said things and the Warriors have said that if he says things and things happen, then we're going to jump all over it, things need to happen. Things need to happen. And when we're looking at what it would take to get Giannis, I do not care. I don't care as long as it's not Steph. As long as it's not Steph. Anybody, because of this, I believe that Stephen Curry is one of the best basketball players that I've ever seen play. Easily. I think he's my favorite. He's easily my favorite. He's probably the best I've ever seen. Give him Giannis and have a GM like Mike Dunleavy Jr. filling in the margins when he's really good at that. You're good to go. You're good to go. But it had to be said. It had to be said because that's why, because C-Train Station wants Warriors fans and you to sort of get to be aware, right? To be aware of all the good stuff, all the bad, all the good. But this is what I need to know in the comments. I must know this in the comments. How do you think, what's your prediction for this series? You think the Houston Rockets are going to win? You think the Warriors are going to win? Who wins this series and in how many games? Write that in the comments below. And oh my gosh, enjoy the playoffs. Enjoy this Dub Nation. Above all, we got Steph in the playoffs again. Enjoy, have fun. It's a good day, y'all. And it's also a good day to subscribe, comment, and follow to C-Train Station for your Golden State Warriors content. Till the next time, I'm out. Have a great day and enjoy the game.